Let's first consider the case where LT is proportional to T. So LT that is when we have G prime equals Z minus Vt. So if we draw the figure here, this is where Z equals 0, Z prime equals 0, and this is where Z equals 1. In this figure, every point, also called even, in space-time has a pair of coordinates Z and T in the stationary frame, and also a pair of coordinates Z prime and T prime in the elevator frame. Of course, T prime equals T, and we left out the two other spatial coordinates, X and Y, which don't change between the stationary frame and the elevator. We represent the time trajectories of fixed Z with dotted lines and of fixed Z primes with solid lines. A fundamental idea to graphs is that even in space-time exists irrespective of their coordinates. Here's X equals 2 and Z prime equals 1. And this is Z equals 3. Z prime equals 2. So just as points in space don't depend on the map we use, coordinates are just some sort of convenient text. We can use whichever we like. We will stress it again after we look at this figure and the next figure that I will draw. Yeah. This is called a linear coordinate transformation between the two frames of reference. So if you look here, the coordinates Z prime, T prime are represented in the basic coordinates Z and T. And even is a point on the page, it has one set of coordinates in the Z T frame and another set in the Z prime T prime frame. Here the transformation is simple and linear. Straight lines go to straight lines, not surprisingly, since Newton tells us that free particles move in straight lines in an inertial frame of reference. What is a straight line in one frame had therefore better be a straight line in the other frame. Not only do free particles move in straight lines in space when we add X and Y, but their trajectories are straight lines in space-time, straight in space and with uniform velocity. Let's do the same thing for the accelerated coordinate system. The transformation equation is now this equation here. Yes. Linking Z prime and Z. The other coordinates don't change. But if we draw the figure like this, and now we have curvilinear coordinate transformation. So I will draw a parabola here. and this one is z equals 0 equals 1 equals 2 and z equals 3, while this one is z primes equals 0, z primes equals 1, z primes equals 2, and z primes equals 3. Every point in space-time has two pairs of coordinates zt and z prime t prime. So every point has zt or z prime t prime. The time trajectories of fixed z represented with dotted lines, so the dash one, don't change, but now the time trajectories of fixed z prime are parabolas lying on their side. We can even represent negative times in the past. Think of the elevator that was initially moving downward with a negative velocity but a positive acceleration g. In other words, slowing down. Then the elevator bounced back upward with the same acceleration g. Each parabola is just shifted relative to the previous one by 1 unit to the right. What this figure illustrates is, not surprisingly, that straight lines in one frame are not straight lines in the other frame. They became curved line. As regard the lines of fixed t or fixed t prime, they are of course the same horizontal straight lines in both frames. We haven't represented them. We should view in this figure as just two sets of coordinates to locate each point in space-time. One set of coordinates has straight axis, while the second, represented in the first frame, is curvilinear. Its line z prime equal constant are actually curved, while its line t prime equal constant are horizontal straight line. So this is a curvilinear coordinate transformation. Let's insist on the way to interpret and use this figure because it is fundamental to understand it very well. If we want to understand the theory of relativity, special relativity, and even more importantly, general relativity. The page represents space-time. Here, one spatial dimension and one temporal dimension. Points equals even in space-times are points on the page. An even does not have two positions on the page. In example, space-time, it has only one position on the page. But this position can be located, mapped, charted, one also say, using several different systems of reference. A system of reference, also called a frame of reference, is nothing more than a complete set of labels. If you will, attaching one label consisting of two numbers, because our space-time here is two-dimensional to each point, it's an example to each even. In a two-dimensional space, the system of reference can be geometrically simple, like orthogonal Cartesian axis in the plane. However, this is not a necessity. For one thing, on Earth, which is not a plane, the axes are not straight lines. The usual axes used by cartographers and mariners are meridians and parallels, but on a 2D, two-dimensional surface, be it plane or not, we can imagine quite fancy or intricate curvilinear lines to serve as frame of reference, so long as it attached unequivocally to numbers to each, by definition, fixed point. This is what this figure does in the space-time made of one temporal and one spatial dimension represented on the page. We will see many more in later lesson. Something Einstein understood very early is this, that there is a connection between gravity and curvilinear coordinate transformation of space-time. Special relativity was only about linear transformations, transformation that take uniform velocity to uniform velocity. Lorentz transformation are of that nature. They take straight lines in space-time to straight lines in space-time. However, if you want to mock up gravitational fields with the effect of acceleration, we are really talking about transformation of coordinates of space-time that are curvilinear. So, that sounds extremely trivial. When Einstein said it, probably every physicist knew it and thought, oh yeah, no big deal. But Einstein was very clever and very persistent. He realized that if he followed very far the consequence of this, he could then answer a question that nobody knew how to answer. So, later, let's look at a simple example of a question that Einstein answered using a curved coordinates of space-time representing acceleration, and consequently, if the two are the same, gravity, the question is, what is the influence of gravity on light?